All right, you guys, welcome back to Your 6 Covered. Appreciate you showing up. And here is some footage from the Microtech Pro 2021 held in Clinton, South Carolina. You're going to see some good stuff, some bad stuff. At the end of the day, enjoyed the whole weekend. It was an amazing time. While you're doing these stages, you're going through before the stage and you're kind of planning where you're going to be at when you're engaging certain targets. Sometimes you're off a little bit. Like right here, you're going to notice that I had to come over to the right a little bit. I should have been over there. That burns a couple seconds. Not a big deal because I'm not really worried about placing, top 5. But had a good time. Down here, it was kind of fun. Blasted these up. Then I went to a more stable position. There was a plate rack. I think it was at like 80 yards or 100 yards. 6 targets. And then there was 4 more targets to engage out to 300 and something. I can't remember now. But a lot of fun. The third one was a pain in the ass to get to. So I actually told him moving. And I went to the farther one, which was a larger target. And then ended up coming back to finish up that stage. But it did waste a lot of time. But at the end of the day, I didn't care. Had a smile on my face. Got to shoot with a bunch of great people. And it was fun. So that is one of the stages. Look at those pretty trees in South Carolina. The facility is amazing. It is 2,400 acres. It's got lakes. They put in a whole bunch of new bays to shoot in. They put a ton of money into that project, so if you guys ever get a chance to get out there to Clinton House, South Carolina, it was fun. This was the stage that turned into the closest thing to a train wreck. So there's some poppers in the back, little Sammies basically, that you had to engage, orange in the back corner there, and you had to engage those with your rifle before you could move closer. And then from there you had to engage some rifle, then some pistol, then some shotgun. You'll see where I wasted a lot of time running around the rooms. Kind of like the plan had escaped the brain, which usually when the timer goes off, a lot of that does. Basically, my delete button goes off and I forget what I'm doing. So I actually did pretty good until I walked inside that little shoot house, per se. And delete. You go through here, there's actually a cardboard right at the window that you can't get from any other spot. Some people were shooting right through the little corner, kind of hitting the cardboard in the corner of the thing. I decided to go a different route. And this is where I'm like, oh yeah, am I done? Wait, did I shoot that target in that room? Yep, I shot that target in that room. Put the gun down. Oh, wait a minute. I need to shoot the plate rack with a pistol. You didn't have to, but that was my plan. So I missed it a few times and then finally started engaging the targets. And then I'm like, okay, now I go to the shotgun. And basically quad loaded here. Figured I'd have enough to shoot. I passed by 2 targets right there, so I just passed by 2 targets. Kept going. Luckily, as an amateur, your pro can tell you, hey, dumbass, you got a couple targets on the left still. Oh, yeah, look at that. So shot those, and then finished it up with a couple more shots on the right there.
We got some concert action.
This is a cool kid. I met him and his dad.
All right, he's Rick.
He was a big Microtech fan, so it was pretty cool.
Button it down, man.
Like where the knot is on the rope.
If this other
Had a lot of fun on this stage. You started off with shotgun. You had to hit this Polish plate rack that spins around. It has 10 pounds of weight on the one side on the left. You got to hit the engaged target first, which basically drops the weights and gets it spinning. And then trying to shoot, that's kind of fun. Actually did pretty darn decent on this one. And then you move on to pistol. Got lucky, shot the plate rack with 5 rounds. All 5 targets fell, which usually doesn't happen. Gauge some paper, some more paper. And then after we get done with this little section, we'll grab the rifle. And there was a ton of targets down this wooded area. The problem is trying to remember where all these targets are hidden in the bushes, or basically I should call them trees. If you're trying to go too quick, you can pass them pretty darn easy. And unfortunately, I did. And luckily, Ray was helping me out as well. You can see my partner. Big shout out to Joe. There on the left with the red and black hat on. Real nice guy. There was a few. So basically, you needed 2 shots on cardboard. And every once in a while, I'd put 3 in just in case I felt like I pulled the shot. So basically got down to the bottom here where we would engage I think it was 5 steel targets at different distances, basically out to about 100 yards or 100 and so yards. And you had to find that perfect spot to stand in order to see all 5 targets. So if you were a foot too forward, you wouldn't see but maybe 2. And if you're a foot back, you wouldn't see any of them. So you got to really find that sweet spot. Definitely when you're walking the stages, you're kind of mentally marking where you need to. There was a rope. You could see a knot in the rope on the right. That was kind of my key to where I needed to stop. So it was a fun stage.
Shooter ready.
This one was pretty cool. Didn't run it amazingly fast. I was shooting pretty well with the pistol. A little slow, a little goofy on some of it. It was definitely tough. Shot that one steel target twice, trying to shoot the other one. I basically had lined up so they'd be together so I could hit one or the other. Worked out good. There's some cardboard right at the vehicle. And then you see me kind of hesitate there because I shot it once in the A zone, so I didn't need to put 2 into it. And then I go ahead and reload, but I racked the pistol because I'm used to, basically if I run out, rack the slide because it doesn't lock back on these race guns. So I actually racked it and left a bullet on the ground, which isn't a big deal. But these targets went from big to medium to small, so these pyramid ones are kind of a pain in the butt. A lot of the plate shield was hiding kind of the most of that target, so you really had to hit it spot on or you were missing it. And then right here, there was a steel target that was pretty damn close. I was shooting better at the far stuff than I was the close stuff on the steel, so I don't know what. So I basically ended up having to go through that port there, and then I hit it. And then you sprint over to this crazy-ass zombie van, school bus, and you engage targets from, I think it was 80 yards out to 200 and something on this stage. So basically, you could hold 0, just put the crosshairs on the dot, or the dot on the target, and I forgot the old 5th target. There was a kind of a wood thing out there that was supposed to mentally remind me that I needed to go all the way there to get to the 5th target. This one was cool. This was a team stage, so you and your partner, your pro or your amateur, depending on who you were, basically headed down in this golf cart. The first guy, which was Joe, he ended up doing the shotgun. And I'm getting ready to back up. And what'll happen is he will transition over to the driver's seat. I'll go to the passenger seat and do a big loop. And then I'll go ahead and rack my pistol, and then engage the paper on the way in. And then I'll finish up any steel targets that you didn't hit along with the paper ones.
Step back.
And then once we cross this little wood here, we can start shooting. I did drop one on that. I think it was the last cardboard. I only put one in it. So actually there was, I needed to put 2 in there, so I got a couple seconds of penalties, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Did a reload here, shot a couple steel, and then just double confirmed that I knocked everything over because there was stuff on the right that Joe ended up getting, but you can see me look like, is there anything over there? And then you got to tag your partner. He engages targets at 100 and 200. There was 2 of them at 100 and 2 at 200. And then I'm waiting for him to finish. I didn't hear the RO say the last hit. So I kind of sat there for a second, burning time. I basically shot this 100, 200, 100, 200. So I went from far left to the right. And the famous 1 mile shot. So this wasn't part of any scoring for the thing, but this was an amazing fun time. $20 if you hit it, you get 3 shots, you get a challenge coin. Luckily, I hit it 3 times, and you made my day for sure.
Yeah, first shot. He's standing up. He ain't even sitting at the bench.
He's got a good position
tall.
there. Give it 1.6.
Oh, there's Mirage.
If it's too much, we can always.
Stay tall.
Yep. Impact. Rack. Set again. See it.
He's still the small one.
Want to go small?
Yeah.
Roger that. On it. Same call.
1.6.
Yep. Favor high.
Favor high. 1, 2. Still good? Same
Yes, sir.
call.
Send it.
Come on, Betty.
Hey!
You hit the small one. That's awesome. He should get 2 coins for
Yeah,
that.
you can
Nice.
tell I was super excited.
Nice job, Rick.
Ton of fun.
Really nice shooting, bud. Nice shooting.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you're a subscriber. If not, please hit the thumbs up and maybe subscribe if you want.